Over to you, Rama. We will meanwhile do the experience sharing.
Because facing a technical problem.
Yes, I was about to say.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. While we are getting ready with the remaining of the visual presentation, may I request Mr. Subramanian sir, Subramanian HIR from batch A320 to speak about his experience with Vishwas. Subramanian Iyer sir.
Hello.
Sir, we can hear you, sir. Please share your experience with Vishwas.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Namaskaram to all. I wish to share my experience joining Vishwas Institute to learn Vishnu Sahasranamam is one of the supreme blessings that each individual can get in one's life. The teaching by all faculties, especially Vishnu Madam of our batch, is really inspiring. The style of teaching enabled every individual. It really boosted the confidence in overcoming the psychological barrier.
Thank you.
Hello, can I continue?
Yes, sir. Please.
The teaching by every faculty member and the manner of teaching was awe-inspiring. The style of teaching enabled all the participants to overcome their psychological barrier. Awe-inspiring proficiency of chanting each sloga as well as the audio recording sent after each class, a day's class is over, is really something that helped everyone to learn. In fact, the Vishwas team's immense efforts in gaining proficiency to learn Vishnu Sahasranamam enabled everyone to experience a heavenly bliss through chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam. The world would be falling insufficient to appreciate the efforts of entire Vishnu team. In fact, everybody wanted to be the part of this to learn, and none of them have missed the class. That is the greatness of Vishnu chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam. Namo Narayana. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Subramanian sir.
It's my pleasure.
Over to you, sir. Yeah, over. Thank you, sir. Please, admin team, make sure that we mute everyone so that there's no disturbance, please. Now, Vishnu Sahasranamத்தின் முக்கியத்துவத்தை கூற டாக்டர் வி ராமபத்ரன் சார், விஸ்வாஸ் ட்ரஸ்டி அண்ட் ஃபேக்கல்டி அவர்களை அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறேன். ராமபத்ரன் சார்.
Sir, okay.
Sir, unmute பண்ண முடியாதா sir?
Okay, now I think you're able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Om Namo Venkatesaya. My pranams everybody. It's really heartening to see some 2,000 and odd people joining together for this batch. There were different batches for this month of February. It's all grace of Bhagavan Narayana, who wants to, get so many people into this fold of learning Vishnu Sahasranamam. Now, it's not by chance that you have got into this group or this forum of learning Vishnu Sahasranamam, because Bhagavan is very careful in choosing the people who he wants to get into this forum of chanting the name of Vishnu Sahasranamam. So obviously, because of the blessings of Bhagavan, either because of your ancestors or because of some Purva Punya Karmas that you have done, you got into this forum of trying to learn the Vishnu Sahasranamam. As they say in English, you can take the horse to the pond, then the horse has to drink. So Bhagavan has made sure that you have got into this forum. Then it's now your part to, spend your time in trying to spend this 21 days usefully. And of course, VISVAS has got the best team trained over a period of time. You've got the good faculty members, coordinators who will put you at ease in trying to learn the Vishnu Sahasranamam. So, as said by Mr. Subramanian Iyer, a lot of people who have just come with a kind of an awe whether they will be able to learn this Vishnu Sahasranamam in 21 days. But at the end of maybe the first week itself, you will learn that it's not so difficult to learn Vishnu Sahasranamam, even though the language may be alien to you, but still it will be made easy for you to pronounce the Vishnu Sahasranamam. So that's as far as this chanting is concerned. Now let's look at the background to this Vishnu Sahasranamam so that you have some idea about what the context of Vishnu Sahasranamam. Now, our religion or the dharma is called as Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means one of the oldest religions, because that although people people have done various research on that, they are not able to exactly say that when this entire Vedas came into this universe. They talk about several thousands and thousands of years, but our Shastras say it is even millions of years. So that is the ancientness of our religion. It is also called as Vaidika Mata. Vaidika Mata means Vedas are the basis of our religions. Whatever is contained in the Vedas is accepted by us, and what is not found in the Vedas is not accepted by us. So Vedas are the foundation of the backbone of our religion. That's why it is called as Vaidika Mata. Now, Vedas are like, the theory. Most of you who have done the science in the schools and all those things would have found that, there is something called, rectilinear propagation of light. That means the light travels in straight line. That's what the theory says. But then we don't accept it as it is, because then we want to prove that how does the light travels in a straight line. So that means in a linear form. So what you do is you take some 3 cardboard boxes, you put a hole in the center of it, then if you align them in the same row, and then you put one object at that other end, and then when you are able to see that, that means you know that the light travels to a straight line. So that is the practical aspect of it. You try to prove it, and then you accept the theory as it. Similarly, when you find the Vedas are very cryptic. So they are also said to be paroksha. That means they will send in a very, indiscreet manner. That is in a very indirect manner. So for people to understand the purpose of the Vedas, and also not all people are entitled to chant Vedas, because there are certain injunctions. Some people who got certain practices, certain things to be done, like Upanayana and all those things, then only they can chant Vedas as such. So in that sense, the rishis and all these munis thought that, this message of this Vedas must be carried on to all the people in this universe. And that's the reason the various rishis like Vedavyasa composed the Puranas, Itihasas and all those things. Vedavyasa wrote 18 Puranas, and we have the 2 major Itihasas called as Ramayana and Mahabharata, epics. Why are they called as Itihasa? Itiha-asa. That means this is how it happened. It was composed by the 2 rishis who were contemporary to the events that took place in that particular period. For example, Valmiki was contemporary to this Ramayana. He was very much present when Rama was ruling this in Ayodhya, and that's why it is called. So that means it adds more credibility than Puranas. So Itihasas, because they were present. Similarly, Vedavyasa was very much present when the whole entire episodes that are narrated in the Mahabharata were happening. So that's why they are called as Itihasas. Of the 2 Itihasas, Mahabharata is said to be Panchamo Vedaha. That means it is the 4th Veda, the 5th Veda. We have got the Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharvana, and then we have this Panchamo Veda. It is called as Mahabharata. So the Vedas and Purana, the Vedas, what the theoretical knowledge contained in the Vedas is practically being explained in the various Puranas and then the Itihasas. For example, the Taittiriya Upanishad says, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava. It says Pitru Devo Bhava. Pitru Devo means you revere your father as a god. That's what the meaning of this Pitru Devo. That's how the Upanishad said. It's very cryptic. How should one follow one should respect the father, or how should one follow what is the father says? That's what's explained in this Srimad Ramayana. When Dasharatha ordered Rama to go to the forest, he made implicitly obeyed, saying that yes, he didn't even ask a question, saying that only yesterday you told me that I'm going to be anointed as the king, and today you asked me to go to the forest for food. He didn't even ask even a single question. Even that order was not directly conveyed by Dasharatha. It was Kaikeyi who said that that's what your father wished. That's enough. He said that, okay, shall I ask your father to say that? He said no. Mother, the moment you say that my father has told me, yes, immediately I'll go to the forest. So immediately prepared himself to go to the forest. That is Pitrudeva. Satyam Vada, that means to speak the truth. We find in the Harichandra Purana how the Harichandra steadfast stood steadfast in following the path of Satya. So these are all the examples or the practical way of following what is being contained in the Veda. These are the Puranas and Itihasas. That's how Mahabharata is said to be Pancham.
Sir, you're on mute, sir.
I'm not able to mute for me. Okay. So the Mahabharata is called as fifth Veda because it contains whatever is contained in the Vedas is contained in the Mahabharata. In fact, it is said that what you don't find in Mahabharata, you can't find in any other scripture. That is the comprehensiveness of the Mahabharata. Again, why is it called Mahabharata? Mahatvatvat, Bharatvat, Mahabharata ityucha. That means great. Bhara means it's a very heavy. The subjects are very heavy. All the things that are contained in the Vedas are contained in Mahabharata. So Mahabharata itself contains about 125,000 slokas. So it's very difficult for one to, even to read the Mahabharata and understand the meaning. In this, this Kali Yuga where we are short of time, what should we do? So then if we try to take the essence of the Mahabharata, two things come out standingly clear. One is the Bhagavad Gita and the second one is the Vishnu Sahasranamam. Now Bhagavad Gita is what was said by Bhagavan to Arjuna in the battlefield when Arjuna was refusing to fight the battle, saying that I don't want to fight against my kith and kin, and therefore, I will run away from this battlefield, go to the forest, do meditation. So Krishna advised him, but Kshatriya Dharma, you're getting confused with your role as Arjuna as the Kuru, as a member of the Kuru clan, vis-a-vis Arjuna as a Kshatriya. Arjuna as a Kshatriya is the role that takes precedence over your role as the Arjuna as the, the grandson of Bhishma Pitama. So when there's a conflict of Dharma, the other Dharma supersedes. That was the point that Krishna made him. Then made him, to fight the battle as such. That is Bhagavad Gita. Then later on in the Anusasana Parva, when the battle was over, all these people, when this Bhishma Pitama was lying on the bed of arrows, because he was waiting for the onset of Uttarayana, because he had what is known as the Swachanta Mrityu. That means he can die at his will. So he can die at his will means he wanted to wait. His father has given him the boon that he can leave this body anytime he wants. So he was waiting for the onset of Uttarayana because the battle took place sometime in the period of Margasesha. He was waiting for that. That's what Sridharanji mentioned about Bhishmashtami. That was the day he left this. He gave this Vishnu Sahasranamam and left the mortal coils. So he was waiting for that. So at that time, before the battle took place, Arjuna was confused. After the battle was over, the Dharmaputra was confused. Yudhishthira. He was saying that I should not have fought this battle. I killed all my kith and kin and all those things. At that time, he was getting confused, and therefore one day Krishna asked Yudhishthira, since you are taken over as the king, now Bhishma Pitama is an epitome of Dharma. He knows the Dharma, all aspects of Dharma. So let's all go and listen to him because you are going to rule the kingdom. So you should know all the nuances of Dharma. So he takes all the Pandavas to the Bhishma Pitama and ask him. Then Yudhishthira asked him several questions on this Dharma. So that's what is contained in this, this Santi Parva, the 12th Parva of Mahabharata, where he talks about Apad Dharma, Moksha Dharma, Stri Dharma, Purusha Dharma, then Sanatana, all the questions of Dharma is being asked, and Vishnu Pitama answers all those questions. And then they move on to the next Parva, which is this Anusasana Parva, where in this 149th Adhyaya, that's where you find this Mahabharata, this Vishnu Sahasranamam. So after listening to all these things, he's asking this famous 6 questions. Yudhishthira asks him, Kimekam Devatam Loke, Kimvapyekam Parayanam, Stuvantakam Kamarchanta, Prapyur Manava Shibam, Kodharma Sarva Dharmanam, Bhavata Paramomataha, Kinchapan Muchete Jantur, Janma Samsarabandha. These 6 questions are: who is the supreme deity in this universe? Who is the ultimate refuge of all the people in this universe? Who should be praised? Who should be worshipped for the, this getting auspiciousness in this world? You taught me several dharmas. Tell me what is the best among what you have taught me so far. And then chanting whose name, any living being in this universe. Jantu, who uses the word Jantu, not even human being, Naraha. He uses the word Jantu. That means any living being, chanting whose name can, while leaving this world, will attain moksha. These are the 6 questions he asked. Because, you find in the Puranas, you find this Gajendra, who was an elephant who chanted the name of the Lord and ultimately reached moksha. As from an elephant, he attained the moksha. Similarly, this is Jatayu in Ramayana. was close to Rama. He was uttering the name of Rama, and ultimately Rama himself performed the last race and then sent him to this Gacha Uttamam Lokam. That's what Rama says in Srimad Ramayana. Go to the ultimate loka. So he sends him to the moksha. So any living being chanting whose name should ultimately reach moksha. So Bhishma Pitar answers all these questions saying that it's only Sriman Narayana who is the supreme deity. He is the ultimate refuge of everybody. He should be praised. He should be worshipped. According to me, the best dharma is chanting the name of the Lord. Is the best chanting the 1,000 names of the Lord is the best dharma that you should follow. And then chanting Bhagavan's name, ultimately any Jivatma leaves this world will ultimately reach moksha. Because it was the divine will of Bhagavan that is the whole setting took place towards the end of this Dwapara Yuga. The Kali Yuga was going to just set in. After the exit of Bhagavan, the Kali Yuga started setting in. So the Kali Yuga Dharma is such a the Kali Yuga itself is such a bad scenario where it will be difficult for people to follow the various types of dharmas, like meditation or karma yoga, dhyana yoga. What is very difficult for people to follow, and that's why Bhagavan has made it easy. Nama Sankirtanam. Hare namameva mama jivanam kalo nasteva gatiryanata kalakshepo na kartavyaha. That means you should not waste your time. Chinamayu chanechane. Every moment our life is getting this reduced. We celebrate our birthdays, but we don't realize that every birthday we celebrate, we are coming closer to our end, because the moment a person is born, the end date is already determined. So Chinamahu Chanechna Yamasya Karunanasti. That means Yama doesn't have any compassion. Supposing if Yama comes and finds this person is quite young, he has not got his children settled down, and therefore let me come after 10 years. So let me take compassion with him. He doesn't do that, because his job is to take the life when the appointed time comes. Nahi nahi rakshati dukkhan. Adi Shankara says, Samprapte san nihite kali. That means when the appointed time comes, everybody has to leave this world. There is no question of people pleading with Yama Dharma saying that I have not done this, that, therefore give me some more lease of time or something. Nothing is possible. So Yamasya Karuna Nasti. So what should we do? Kartavyam Hari Kirtanam. So what is to be done is Nama Sankirtanam is the only solace for all of us in this this Kali Yuga Dharma. In fact, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Shuka Parabrahman tells this Parikshit Maharshi, he says, Kaler Doshanidher Radhan Shasti Eko Mahan Guna Kirtanadeva Kirtasya Krishnasya Mukta Sango Paramri. That means the Kali Yuga is full of doshas. A lot of wicked things are happening in this Kali Yuga. But then there is one great quality, he says, Kirtanadeva Krishnasya. By just chanting about Krishna, Mukta Sango, we will completely get relief from this samsara chakra and then ultimately reach the abode of Bhagavan. So that is the greatness of Kali Yuga. So the best way to get anything in this world is chanting the name of the Lord, and then chanting that instead of chanting any name, this 1,000 names have been given by Bhishma Pitama, and that has been the greatness about this Vishnu Sahasranamam. It was chanted in front of Sri Krishna Paramatma, and Sri Krishna Paramatma endorsed each and every name. All the 1,000 names have been completely endorsed by Bhagavan and blessed by Bhagavan. That is the greatness of Vishnu Sahasranamam. So by chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam, definitely you will get whatever you want. All that is required is Shraddha Bhakti Samanvita. You need to have faith, and therefore you'll have to have the Bhakti. That means love for the Lord. If you have these two things, that's enough if you chant regularly. So having listened, having learned after the 21 days, keep chanting the Vishnu Sahasranamam regularly. Be a part of the satsang which they will be forming after the classes are over. And then recite the name of the Lord and get all the blessings of the Bhagavan. There is absolutely no, because you will ultimately see in the Palashruti, whatever you need in this world, you will get completely satisfied by chanting regularly the Vishnu Sahasranamam. That's all. So that is the great panacea that you have in this Kali Yuga. So by the blessings of the Bhagavan, you have all come to this fold of this satsang of the learning of Vishnu Sahasranamam. Pay attention to it, be regular, and then be attentive in these 21 days and get the blessings of Bhagavan. Om Namo Venkateshaya.
Om Namo Venkatesaya. Thank you so much, sir, for explaining us Kali Yuga Dharma and Kartavyam Hari Kirtanam. It is always a pleasure to listen to your lecture, sir. If we missed your introduction, he is none other than Dr. V. Ramabhadran, sir, VISVAS trustee and senior faculty. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, Sivaramakrishnan, sir, available, sir?
Sivaramakrishnan sir is not here, madam. You can call upon Sridharan sir for the future plans.
Okay. Sridhar, can we have Sridharan, sir? Sridharan, sir?
Yeah. Namaskaram.
Please
Am I audible?
explain future plans of VISVAS.
Sivaramurthy sir is here?
Erika sir, I am there.
Please go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
request Shri T.S. Sivaramakrishnan sir, Director of VISVAS, to explain future plans of VISVAS. Thank you, sir. Please take over.
Om Namo Narayanaya. As Amabhadranji sir put it, you are all blessed souls, because there are so many people who are, even though knowing the Vishnu Sahasranamam, not able to chant it properly, and there are so many people who are not knowing about the Vishnu Sahasranamam also, which is the Mahamantra. And you alone selected by, chosen by Sriman Narayana to join this class, and after joining now another 21 days, you will be perfect in chanting. So you are all blessed souls and selected carefully by Sriman Narayanan, and we wish you all the best. And this VISVAS Institute of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamam, it was started in the year 2017 in a small way in Chennai Mahalingapuram, in Chennai T Nagar and Chennai TTD Devasthanam. And now that is the power of Vishnu Sahasranamam. Now your batches are the numbering more than 500, and you please think that you are going to chant Vishnu Sahasranamam. You are going to call the names of Sri Krishna.
Sir, 1 second, sir. I humbly request all the devotees to be on mute while Sivaramakrishnan sir is speaking. Please. Please continue, sir.
Yeah. You are going to chant the Vishnu Sahasranamam while learning. Chanting means you are actually going to call Bhagavan Sri Krishna by calling his name. And when you call your children by name, they are coming to you asking, you called me. You called me Papa, you called me Mama. Like that they will be coming to you. The same way now Lord Krishna will be knocking you without knocking the doors. He is going to come and sit near to your gadget from where you are attending the classes, be it a mobile phone, be it a desktop, or be it laptop. So when Lord Krishna is listening, your entire house itself becomes the temple. So consider each session as if you are in a temple, and with utmost Shraddha and Bhakti, you learn this class, and then you see the difference. The lot of prosperity is going to come. Whatever good things you need, it will come automatically. As Sanjaya says in Bhagavad Gita, which is available in our Palasruti of Vishnu Sahasranamam also, that is, Yatra Yogishvara Krishno Tatra Partho Dhanurdaraga Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvani Tirmama. When you chant Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lord Krishna comes and sits next to you along with his friend Arjuna. And wherever Arjuna and Lord Krishna is there, the prosperity flourishes there, the success flourishes there, the justice prevails there, and the success available there, and the whatever you need, it comes without asking. Wherever the help is needed, the help comes to you without asking. That is the words of Sanjaya, and that is what we have experienced also. So with Shraddha and Bhakti, learn Vishnu Sahasranamam, and after learning this, your entire batch will be converted into the satsang, so that whatever has been preached, you will be able to practice it. Whatever you have learned, you will be able to practice it every week. So in that satsang, you continue to chant, and there will be locational satsang also apart from batch satsang. Once you are joining and actively participating in the satsang, then we offer you one more advanced level course that is called Syllabus B. In that Syllabus B, we will teach you all the meanings of 1000 names, meanings in English or Tamil, whatever language of your choice, along with the meaning of Dhyana Shloka and Palasruti. Palashruti means it is the table of benefits. And after completing B syllabus, we have B syllabus satsang also. And we have next to still higher more study, that is C syllabus. In that C syllabus, that is a 3 months course, which is being conducted in association with the Andavan Ashram Science and Arts College, Srirangam. And that is having 5 papers. One is Sanatana Dharma. Second is Mahabharatam. Third is Ramayanam. Fourth is Bhagavad Gita and Vishnu Sahasranamam. And the fifth one is Science in Vishnu Sahasranamam. So C syllabus is there. Apart from that, that institute is having VISVAS Academy. The institute is having VISVAS Research Foundation, where our students are encouraged to do research in various names, connecting each name with the current modern science and technology. Anuku, that is being linked with the atomic science. Saptajikvak, that is connected with the thermal energy. Like that, there is a lot more available to make research. Our doctors are doing research on the Vishnu Sahasranamam. And there is a very close relationship between the tongue and the brain, because the tongue is very near to the brain than the other limbs. So when you say Mahaprana, etc. properly, the nerves in your tongue as well as the idle cells in your brain are also getting activated. So children will have unfailing memory, which is required for their success in their career, academic career, and whatever they want, they will achieve it. Some 20 years ago, we have seen children of 5 to 10 years closing their eyes with the folded hands, chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam. Today, we are seeing the same children grown up and occupying a very great plum positions in various organizations, be it the government or be it the corporate world, still finding them as a good responsible citizen of the country, down to earth persons. That is the greatness of Vishnu Sahasranamam. And we have VISVAS Chant Tower, where whoever suffering from any ailments, and if they want any special prayers to be conducted, whoever having long-lasting demand to be goals to be achieved, and if they are right to our help desk, we conduct free of charge the Parayanam, special Parayanam for them, and communicate to them. All these courses, all these avenues are being conducted without any charges, free of charge, as a Bhagavat Seva. So today you are new to VISVAS. After 21 days, you are going to become part and parcel of the VISVAS, and we all together will put our efforts to take Vishnu Sahasranamam forward to the future generations, and to take Vishnu Sahasranamam to the nook and corner of the globe. Wishing you all the best, praying Sriman Narayanan. Om Namo Narayanaya. Thank you.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Sir, is it okay to speak one sentence in Telugu?
Somebody has to translate. I am
Okay,
not
okay, that's fine, sir.
conversant in Telugu.
Whenever you say blessed soul, sir, we really feel blessed, sir. Thank you so much for blessing all of us.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Over to you, Chitraji.
எதிர்கால நிகழ்வுகளை பற்றி ரொம்ப அழகா கூறின சிவராமகிருஷ்ணன் சாருக்கு எங்கள் மனமார்ந்த நன்றி.
Thank you all.
இப்பொழுது விஸ்வாஸ் கான்செப்ட் அண்ட் கைட்லைன்ஸ் ஃபார் ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸஸ் பற்றி விஸ்வாஸ் பிரசன்டேஷன் பார்ப்போம்.
We are going to see audio-visual presentation of how the training of each sloka goes and what are the rules and regulations for the classes to attend, and they talk about attendance. While we are waiting, okay, thank you.
Guidelines of class. Please be on and stay till concepts and guidelines of online class. Please be on time and stay till the end. Make sure you log in at least 15 minutes before the session starts. Please be muted unless you are called upon. Kindly have the printouts of the shlokas shared in the group and a pencil in handy to note the Mahapranas. Please chant constantly even while you are muted. Some participants may take longer than others, but those who are muted should take that as an advantage for more practice time for that particular shloka, so you are mastering it during the class itself. Comment from old students, shlokas that took more time during the class are the ones where we are most comfortable chanting now, even though they are the hardest. There should be no distractions during the 1 hour and 15 minutes class. No food, no drinks, no multitasking. Be fully involved as if you are sitting in front of your Guruji in person for the whole duration of the class. 75% minimum attendance is required for the session. Please put in the name of the participant in the chat box as soon as you log in. Families that are logging in from a common email should type in the names of all the participants in the group. This will be used for attendance. It would be best if you could let the coordinator know beforehand in WhatsApp if you are going to be absent for a specific class. Commitment to learn and chanting effectively is the only Guru Dakshina expected. Please practice diligently every day so you are comfortable chanting accurately each shloka taught in the previous class. Please do not continue to chat in the Google Meeting chat box unless there is an issue or a valid question pertaining to the class or it is for attendance. The coordinator will be using the chat box primarily to broadcast messages during class. Each shloka will be recited as follows by the teacher, word by word, half shloka and full verse. Participants are expected to repeat twice once the teacher finishes chanting. Make sure the name of the student is the name of the person who will be attending the classes. If it is a child, give the child's name and not the parent's name. This name will be used to send out the ID cards and certificates. Please type in your full name in the chat box as you enter the class for attendance. Kindly log in 15 minutes early for the class. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Sir, can we have a
Can we have a sloka?
Sridharan sir, is Raghavendra Sharma ji available?
Yes, he is not here, I think. Can we go to the, what is the next in the introduction of the
Sloka teaching, sir.
yes, we can have that. Who are the Gurujis available here? Can any two people come?
I requested
Namaskar,
Gurupriya
sir.
ji.
This is Preeti Ramakrishna here.
Yeah, fine, fantastic. One more, Preeti Ramakrishnan, I think we were looking for,
Yes,
I could
sir.
not see on the screen. Another person, another teacher?
Namaskaram, sir. This is
Huh?
Shruti.
Shruti.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Then, Shruti, can you give the model and I think can be repeated by Preeti?
Yes.
Preeti Ramakrishna, is it okay? And now all
Yes,
the devotee students, is only a model how we will be teaching from tomorrow. So this is just observe the type and it is very important. They are only showing that model, both are expert teachers. Over to you, ma.
Thank you, sir. Om Namo Narayanaya. Pranam, sir.
എന്റെ മനമാർന്ന ആശംസകൾ. ഞങ്ങൾക്കിപ്പോ ഒരു മോഡൽ കാണാം. എങ്കിൽ
Yeah, Shruti ma'am, kindly proceed, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, Kalai ma'am. Pranams to everyone. Om Namo Narayanaya. Namaskaram, Preeti ma'am.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. So we will, as we just saw the concept and guidelines of our class, we will be teaching and learning each shloka in 3 formats. The first format is going to be the word by word format. So we will show you a demo of how the word by word format will be taught in the class. Ready, ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am.
Om Vishwasmai Namaha.
Om Vishwasmai Namaha. Om Vishwasmai Namaha.
Vishwam.
Vishwam. Vishwam.
Vishnur.
Vishnur. Vishnur.
Vashatkaro.
Vashatkaro. Vashatkaro.
Bhuta.
Bhuta. Bhuta.
Bhavya.
Bhavya. Bhavya.
Bhavat Prabhuhu.
Bhavat Prabhuhu. Bhavat Prabhuhu.
Bhutakrid.
Bhutakrid. Bhutakrid.
Bhutabhid.
Bhutabhrid. Bhutabhrid.
Bhavo.
Bhavo. Bhavo.
Bhutatma.
Bhutatma. Bhutatma.
Bhutabhavanah.
Bhutabhavanah. Bhutabhavanah.
Thank you, ma'am. So this is the word by word format. We did the word by word format once now, right? So I recited the word and ma'am repeated it twice. So this we did it once, the entire verse. So this is one iteration. In the class, we will do a second iteration. Now, we will move on to the next format that we'll be teaching in class. The next format is going to be the half verse format. Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro.
Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro. Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro.
Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu.
Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu.
Bhutakrid Bhutabhrid Bhavo.
Bhutakrit Bhutabhrid Bhavo. Bhutakrit Bhutabhrid Bhavo.
Bhutatma Bhutabhavanah.
Bhutatma Bhutabhavanah. Bhutatma Bhutabhavanah.
Thank you, ma'am. So this was the half verse format in the same style that we did the first format, right? So I recited the half verse and ma'am repeated the half verse twice after me. So and we did it once from the beginning till the end. We recited the entire shloka once. So this is one iteration. In the class, we will be doing a second iteration. Now, the next format that we'll learn this shloka in the class will be the full verse format. Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu.
Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu. Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu.
Bhutakrid Bhutabhid Bhavo Bhutatma Bhutabhavanah.
भूतकृत् भूतभृद्भावो भूतात्मा भूतभावनः भूतकृत् भूतभृद्भावो भूतात्मा भूतभावनः.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. So this is the full line format. So I recited the entire line and ma'am repeated the entire line twice. So this format will again be repeated for the second iteration in the class. So ideally we'd be learning each shloka 6 times in the class itself, so that you all get a very good practice with pronunciation during the class with your Guruji. Thank you very much, Preeti ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.